Oh, hello everyone. Sorry about that little faux pas there. Just said my phone was trying to reconnect. But here we are. And I want to welcome you to another edition of The Editor Wants to Know. And you may be wondering, what are you looking at right now? Well, this is a beautiful collection of knitwear pieces from the Annie's Signature Designs collection, which is about to launch soon. And we are going to be launching the Autumn Bliss collection, and I have a very special guest in the room, which I will announce in a moment. So I know you guys are just flooding into the room right now. So I just wanted to show you just a few of these beauties before we jump in and you get to meet Lena Skvagerson, who is the lead designer. And I have to tell you that for years, it seems I could not say her name. And now I can, right?
Yes.
Okay, that was Lena in the background. Hi, Marie. How are you? Nice to see you. Hey, Carolyn. Good morning. All right, so I'm going to flip you guys around. I'm going to flip you around. I'll give you the view of creative knitting first while we're trying to flip this around. Okay, there we are. Hello. So my name is Gott Warner, and I'm the editor of Creative Knitting Magazine. And every Wednesday, I join you for an edition of The Editor Wants to Know. So happy Wednesday. And now I'm doing a few different things today. So I feel a little bit out of my element because I'm not broadcasting from my room. Yes, you love Lena's work, Marie. Awesome. So I am broadcasting from a different location and I'm sitting here with Lena. So a little bit of multitasking. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Lena Skvagerson. So here's Lena. Yay.
Hi, everyone.
Well, this is awesome. So if you guys know, maybe you were participating in the knit along that we just did for the the autumn issue of Creative Knitting. So Lena led the knit along for the Undulating Waves shawl, which is right behind us. Can you guys see that? This beautiful shawl that Lena designed. And so it was a lot of fun. It was for 2 weeks. So we're just actually wrapping up the knit along this week. So thanks for any of you that were joining us. So, oh, you want to see the folded beautiful woolies Shagufta? Did I say your name right? I want to make sure I'm saying everyone's name correctly. Hi, Kim. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us today. So, yes, we will get to those beautiful woolies in a second, but I just wanted to welcome Lena and thank her for joining me today. And she, if you guys, maybe you know this, but Lena's designs have graced the pages of Creative Knitting now for the past couple of years, and she is the lead designer of Annie's Signature Designs. I don't know if I said that yet, but anyway, I'm saying it now, and we're working on an exciting collection, which I showed you the little preview of the Autumn Bliss collection, which launches September 9th, right, Lena?
The plan.
Hi, Kay. How are you? Nice to see you. Marie says, I am at 60% of the Undulating Waves shawl. Truly enjoying it very much. Oh, yay.
Great, Marie.
Yeah, we saw some pictures of you on Instagram, Marie. Well, we posted some, so that was probably exciting for you to see those pictures. So that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, so I want to ask you guys a question, and then we'll kind of dive into things with Lena. Kim says, I wanted to join the knit along, but I have projects I have to finish this month. Well, that's okay. So there's always another time. But here's a question, though, I want to ask you guys, because I know that sometimes, so Kay says you are 60%
It's also
done.
60%. Great.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. So I'm excited that you guys have had a fun time. And I wanted to ask you, if, obviously I know a few of you have been participating, but anyone else out there watching, I'd love to know if you also have been trying to participate, if you've been at least following along, but if not, like why, or if not, maybe you don't have to say why, but maybe here's what I'd like to do in the future. So what other kinds of events would appeal to you instead of a knit along, or maybe you love the knit alongs too. So I'm just curious because this just helps me to make just some new choices for the magazine and to come up with some new fun ideas. So what is this all about? Hi, Hemin, I hope I said your name right. So, basically, I'll just tell you that this video is, every week I ask a question. So I'm asking you a few questions. I just asked you about the knit along. And I'm the editor of Creative Knitting Magazine, and I ask a burning question. Maybe it's, what needles do you like to use, and where do you buy your yarn? Do you go to the local yarn shop? Do you buy at the big box stores? Do you buy at Annie's? Those are the types of questions that I ask, among many, many, many others. And so today, for the first time, I actually have a guest. And so I'm asking you the question, I have a couple of burning questions for you about the knit along, and if you love doing them, or if there's something else. And then also asking Lena kind of what she's up to with the autumn Bliss collection. So let me just see what Kay says. It's so much fun. This is my first knit along, and I love it. Awesome. So excited.
I'm so happy. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yes.
So as you guys are thinking about those questions, kind of coming up with how you're going to come up with these ideas, if you like the knit along, if you don't, if you have some new ideas for the future. So, chime in, put those in the question box below. And, Lena is here to talk about those woolies over on the side. Marie says, I love following a knit along through Instagram, and it's the first time I follow one through that medium, and I think it's fun. Yeah, I think it's a fun new way of doing it, because in the past we've done them on Ravelry, and it's a little bit more of a closed environment on Ravelry, whereas Instagram it's much more interactive. And not only that, you can post really beautiful photos, and what you're doing. We can post what we're doing. So, yep. Okay, Kay, we'll just keep on going with that, but keep those comments coming in, okay? So, all right. So let's move on. So, Lena, thank you for joining me. This is really great.
Thank you for having me, Kara.
So you're working on this collection. We're pretty much ready to launch, and we've got 40 plus designs in the collection, and Lena is kind of at the helm of all of this. So, Lena, can you tell us a little bit about what everyone can expect coming up in this collection? And then we can kind of do a little bit of a show and tell here. And also, you've got some stuff to share, because you've been doing really cool special videos for the collection. So go for it.
Yes.
I'm going to shut up.
So, like Kara said, we have about 40 new designs coming on September 9th, and I would say it's about 20 knit and 20 crochet. We divide them into each separate lookbooks, and of course this is a fall collection, so we are working a lot in more wool yarns and a little bit heavier fibers, and we want to make sure that we have something for everyone. We know there are those people loving accessories. We have all the sweater knitters, and we want, in the wintertime, we all need scarves. So before we started the collection, made sure we had a chart where we tried to cover everything. And like the people that have seen the summer collection, the way I like to work is to, I would say, keep the design fairly similar and basic. And that's both because I think people like to have projects that goes fairly quick to finish, and also because I think that's the style right now that you want to wear. You want pieces that fits with everything you already have in your closet. And even with myself, like I say sometimes, I don't know if I've said it before, but it's like if you have a piece that is like super complicated, super special and unique, you feel like once you wear that sweater, it's like people have seen it. You don't want to wear that thing over and over again. But if you have a basic garment, it can stay in your closet and you could just wear it for years to come. And that's kind of what I like. And you will see a lot of that in this new collection. A lot of like oversized, nice garments that you can layer. Always trying to put some fun stitches into it. So even if it's a stockinette sweater, there might be like a little lace edge on the border that for someone they could just, not even do that lace edge if they don't want to. It's easy to cut out. So yeah, but a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
No, that makes sense, because I think when it comes to, like you were saying, everyday things or things that are wearable, I know for myself, I don't want to get caught up in like fussy stitch patterns. And like when I'm looking at some of these folded items, there's garter stitch, there's stockinette stitch, and there's some open work, but it's just very basic and very wearable. And because sometimes when you get caught up in the fussy stitch work, becomes like not a practical everyday sweater. You know what I mean? So that's what I appreciate about the designs that are in this collection. So now, how many pieces have you designed, Lena? And how many? So we have some contributors.
I think roughly, I've done like maybe like 75%, like 3/4 of the collection. But then I'm working with some of our in-house people, as well as some of our favorite designers that we like to work with. And so probably we have like 10 garments or 10 to 12 designs that we've been getting help with from the outside.
Yeah, I know Sandy Prosser. You guys probably know that name. Sandy graces the pages of Creative Knitting as well. So she's got a design that's folded up over there. Do we want to
see it?
Do we want to just...
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's do that. Do you guys want to see it? And then in a few minutes, I'm going to look at some of these comments that are coming through, you guys. So I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just trying to multitask a little bit here. And I'm always trying to be mindful of your comments and your questions. So please remember that. Thank you. So this is exciting, Lena. Yeah.
I wish Sandy was here to see us show it now.
I know.
So
let me just move back a little bit.
Maybe if you move back.
Because here we go.
So we have a cardigan.
Tight quarters.
A really nice shawl collar. And if we go like this, let's see here. Oh, here we have the bottom of the sleeve. And it's really pretty fair owl pattern. It's...
I love the look of it. Like there's some beautiful toggles on the front.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Should we see if we can get?
Let's
see if I.
Do you want me to like reverse it, or do you want me to so you can hold it up a little bit?
Or we can hold it up on you, and you can just.
You know what? I could probably put it on the mannequin if you want. You guys can kind of get the idea. Because that'll end up being a really long video, but that's a good idea for another time, right? So a couple of pieces we can display up on the...
Yeah.
Or I could show you guys later. How's that? Because Lena lives in California, and I was so happy that she came through. She came so we could have a chat. But what I can do later is take some of these after we go live.
Of course.
And really go through them and talk about some of the techniques that we're actually creating videos for. Lena's creating some really interesting videos. So we're going to talk about those in just a minute. So let me just go through some of the questions, the comments and questions that are coming through, because you guys are really chiming in. This is awesome. That's what I love, love, love about these videos. So let's see. Here we go. Karen says, I am still waiting for my copy by mail, so you haven't gotten your magazine yet. I should have bought it on the newsstand. Okay, well, Karen, if you wanted to take part in the knit along, I know it's coming to an end, and we mentioned that it's for free, this particular pattern that's behind us, the undulating waves, and you can still participate because those, on Instagram, all those photos about the knit along, they all live on knit along. They won't go away. So you can go back in and you can start from week 1, which we started on the 29th of July, and you can still chime in, Karen, and leave a question, and we'll get it, and we'll get back to you. Promise. Kim says, I know the question I receive most often is storage solutions and how to keep up with it. Learning a new skill. Color work is big with our knitting group and cables. Pattern organization, choosing colors that work together, finding local groups and knitting events. So, I'm guessing, Kim, that you're thinking this could be a good thing to an event. Anyway, so this is good, though. These are good questions, Very good comment. Yeah. Very good. Hemmen, do you have men design? Men design. You know what? I have on occasion. Stephen Berg, Ron Strong has designed in the magazine. And I'm wondering if maybe you mean designs for men. That's something that we do in the magazine, and something that probably needs to happen more often.
Well, in the new fall collection, we actually squeeze in
yes,
the man.
We do. In Autumn Bliss, we do. Yes.
We have a guy showing some scarves and hats.
Awesome.
Great items for men.
You have to check that out, Hammond, because those designs are there. Mary says, I love the design collection. Yay! Kay loves it. Yochana, right? And by the way, Yochana, I saw your photo of the book. I'm so glad that you received Knitting Ephemera, sorry. So I hope you're enjoying the book. And Yochana also. Yo, do you like to go by Yo or Yochana? I just know that your name is Yochana. So she asks, where do you get your inspiration from? So yeah, Lena, go for it. Where do you get your inspiration from?
Where do I get? Well, a lot of the inspiration is part tradition, like where I come from, back from my heritage in Sweden and all the knitting I've grown up with, seeing over the years. So that's sort of like in me already. But then of course I follow a lot of trend reports. I spend lots of time on the internet looking a lot of the fashion that we would see out in the stores. So I want us to stay up to date with what you're actually going to see for purchase of new collections out there. And then just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. And also you're very passionate and excited about, knitting and yarn. And so that really comes through with every collection. The first collection, which was the Summer Love collection, which is still for sale. I mean, people can still go on Annie'sSignatureDesigns.com. By the way, if you want to take a look at the lookbook, the knit lookbook, there's a knit lookbook and there's a crochet lookbook. So inspiring, so stunning. And so, that's kind of, we're following suit, going, kind of along those lines. And you can expect Autumn Bliss to be very similar as far as the aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys saw the cardigan. What else do you want to show us, Lena? Or do
should I show this piece?
Yeah, so this is good because I know the half hour, 20 minutes can go really fast. So we're already 15 minutes in. But yes, Lena has been here in Indiana, and she's been doing some videos. I guess I like to call them talking patterns, right? So she's going to be doing some really special things that are going to help you. So if you're interested in the Autumn Bliss patterns, these videos are going to help take you through step by step and showing you also those parts of the pattern that might trip you up. And that's what Lena's working on. So you want to talk about that a little bit, Lena?
Well, what I've been doing today, I was in the photo studio. We have this, so let's see if I can show you this new poncho style. Here it has a deep V-neck. It's oversized. It has very drapey with open sides. It has a lace pattern along the edge and along the bottom.
Why don't we put that on the dress form? Let's just do it because I think it should be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, because that's also how you wear it.
Love that.
You just drape it over your shoulders.
Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh, that is so stunning.
So like you can see here, it has this lace edge at the bottom and this beautiful self-striping yarn. It's like long repeat, so it goes tonal. Over here we have a deep V-neck, the same lace pattern that crosses over here at the front, and at the very end you pick up along the sides and work the same lace pattern here at the side, and then it opens up like this.
So it's totally open. I'm just gonna, you guys, I'm gonna flip you around, flip the camera around here so you can see. It's easier if I do it this way. So you can kind of get an idea. Let me just, here we go. You see how that's, Lena, can you open it up a little bit? When I first saw the photo, I thought it was like a tabard, like it was like a pullover sewn on the sides, but it's a poncho. It's like one rectangle, right? That is just really has neck shaping. Exactly. So it looks like a pullover. And it almost looks like a tunic, like a beautiful.
Yeah, because it has such oversize.
Look at that.
It's so wide. So when you put your arms down, so you're going to drape around your sides, and the yarn is so soft. So it drapes almost like it comes close here.
And Karen asks the yarn. It's Naco. Naco.
It's a new
It's
yarn.
Plymouth. It's from Plymouth, and it's from
yarn.
the Naco collection. I'm trying to think. Erbuli. Oh gosh. Usually I have someone assisting me on the creative knitting side to put a link in the comments, but I will promise you guys I'll put a link in there so you can see what the yarn is. But then when you see this collection go live, you will also have a nice link to go get the yarn and the pattern. So I'm going to flip around again. Hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. So lots of flipping around here. That's what live video is all about. So hope you. That's, by the way, this piece here. Ooh, oops. This piece is my absolute favorite in the collection. So I
think right now it looks like it's going to end up on the cover of the lookbook.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yay!
And here is a little swatch showing what kind of like little tutorial pieces that I have been working on this morning. So here I was showing how to pick up the stitches along the edge and how to get the lace started.
That's awesome. So let's see. Lots of questions have come through too. Oh, let's see. Kim, I guess okay, that's cool. So you can search for men's patterns. Back to that question from before. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Yes, so Kimberly, we answered that question about the yarn. I'll put that in the notes. Let me just move this over. Poncho's gorgeous from Troy. Hey Troy, how you doing? Nice to see you again. The edging, Yo says, loves the edging. I think that really is stunning, the open work. And it's so easy, right, Lena? I mean, that's just and that's going to be in Lena's video as well. I forgot to turn off my notifications, guys. Sorry about the little bells. But that's just telling me that you've got emails. They're Annie's emails that are coming through. Isn't that fabulous?
Oh, I'm so glad to read the comments.
Yeah, isn't that great? And this is
wonderful.
Lena, is this your first time doing this?
This is my first time.
It's so cool because I love
it.
I love it. I know. It's so interactive and I feel so connected to you guys. It's so much fun.
Karen is asking also about the yarn. We'll
figure that
Karen,
out. Yeah,
I don't remember the name. It's
I'll definitely put that link in there for you guys.
It's a beautiful yarn. I loved working with it.
The yarn weight, Kim, is at least, isn't it lace?
It's a sport weight, but I'm using a size 8 needle because I want it to be really loose and airy. So I'm working it looser than what the yarn recommendation.
Yeah, totally.
And since it has a little halo to it, that works well.
Okay, cool. So we I think we covered some of those questions. So anything else? Oh yeah. So
could I show them your piece? Kara did a piece for us.
I designed something.
So she's so
as well, but. I don't get to design too often, but should I put it on?
Yeah,
maybe?
why not? Come on. It's slouchy. It's so cute.
So you kind of get the feel from the side.
Beautiful.
Am I positioned correctly?
Yeah.
See, I'm not much of a hat person. I have to get some of my hair.
There you go.
So back in the day, when I was, I had really long hair like Lena, and I'd wear hats, and I lived in New York City, so hats were like, you had to wear the hats. And so this is the cowl.
Look at
and it opens, there are buttons on the cowl. So you can, so this is something that you make back and forth, so if you're not a fan of knitting in the round, although the hat is, so, because I love knitting in the round. But I thought this would be fun because I created these I-cord button loops with I-cord, so then you can kind of play around, and you can wear it a few different ways. You can button it however you want. Just I'm just kind of putting one button.
Pick a button.
Yeah, I picked a button. There you go, and you can. It's like it's so versatile. Lots of different ways. I think I twisted it. But you guys, I think you get the idea, but let me just...
Someone is asking when it's going to get colder in Indiana.
There we go.
So we can start wearing wool.
Just one button. Let's see. So, oh yes, and because Marie is moving to Indiana. Marie lives in Mexico City, right, Marie? And you're moving to Indiana. So, let's see. Wanting to knit another project of Lena's. I wonder when the temperature starts to get colder in Indiana. Well, it will start to get cold here. October, it'll start. I think October is still kind of that transitional month, and then a little bit in September too. And I'd say that's pretty similar throughout the country, or except for California and Florida and Arizona, and anyway, but like the northern states and Midwest. Okay, so Annie, love knitting in the round two. Feels strange to use straight needles. I know, right? It's kind of, I feel the same way. Mary says, is the cowl one piece or squares sewn together? So it is basically, so you knit a triangle, and then you pick up along the side. So for example, I think I showed you guys a little tutorial at one point. So you make the first triangle, and then you pick up along the side of that first triangle to make the second triangle, and so on and so forth. And you just keep building. And that's basically how it's done. So the yarn for this, it's also Plymouth, and this one I know. So it's Plymouth Encore, worsted, and Plymouth Naco Artist, which I thought was a worsted, but it's a chunky weight. But you know what? The yarns work well together. And sometimes I think when you're working with a chunky and a worsted, you can kind of get away with it. I mean, you can make the piece work, and so I made it work. So, well, thank you, Mary. So yeah, that's my piece. And then we have another lovely Fair Isle stranded knitting piece that Lena.
Well, this
designed.
goes back to my Nordic heritage a little bit. So this is a cowl that has thin stripes halfway through, and then you have this Fair Isle pattern, and you work in the round, so it's like a tube. Just knitting in the round. At the end, you just seam together your cast-on row with your bind-off row round. It's like one of those pieces brilliant. You can wrap around your neck and get really comfortable in the winter. So
beautiful.
That's alpaca yarn from King Cowl.
Oh, see, now I got to fix my hair. So Troy asks, is that pattern in one of Creative Knitting magazines? And which one? No, Troy, actually, the mitered piece, all of these pieces that we're talking about are in the Annie's Autumn Bliss collection, which goes live on September 9th on annie'ssignaturedesigns.com. So you may want to take note of that. And Troy loves the cowl, your cowl as well. I mean, these are just...
Thank you, Troy.
All right, so let's see, what else? I thought I had another question for you guys. So I think Lena showed us the video, or what's going on with her video, showing step by step. Any other questions do you guys have about the collection? I hope that I covered everything. I mean, it's 40 plus designs, 40-ish. How many designs are in the collection? Lena, sorry about that. I think we have to just sort of get close.
Get closer. I think we have 40 designs, yes.
40 is
counting like hats and scarves and booties. We have like mukluk booties. And
awesome. So that was the question I wanted to ask. So this video, this walk kind of talking pattern, walking you through the steps, would that be of interest to you guys? I mean, do you think that would be helpful? Because it is something that I'm thinking that I'd want to experiment with in creative knitting, like do a supplemental video for some of the, select projects in the magazine. So I'm just curious what y'all think, because we're coming up to the 30 minutes. So, I'll ask that question and see what you guys think, and then we'll say goodbye. So Annie says yes. Well, that's good to know. Where can we get that video? So Marie, that video will be available through, I can pretty much guarantee that if you go, when the collection goes live, annie'ssignaturedesigns.com, and then you'll be able to see those videos, right? We'll probably have a link, or they'll be attached to the product page. So for example, with the poncho, there should be a link when it becomes available so that you can actually get that video and purchase that video, because it will be for sale, by the way, because there's a lot of work that goes into this, and so it's for those of you who really need to have that extra instruction for the pattern. Mary says, I need a reminder on your page, LOL, for September. Yes, so we will definitely be reminding you on the Creative Knitting page and everywhere else on those Annie's platforms. We won't forget, I promise. So Kay says, I would always tune in. Love videos. So helpful. Great. I'm so happy that you feel that way, Kay. Mary says, yes, find them helpful. Mary, videos are a big help.
Now I'm so inspired to make more.
Yes.
I better get back to work.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Thank you, Marie.
Well, this was great, Lena. Thank you for doing
Love
this.
it.
This is the first video like this. So, you guys, this was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. All right. Bye.
Bye.